आजा ना कन्वीनर तो
Good evening, everyone. So this, as per our last meeting, now this is the probably the last meeting for this financial year of our RERA study group, and we have our chairman, current chairman, C. Arpit Kabraji, and he will address you shortly. But before that, I would like to thank everyone for supporting me and Dilip sir for taking forward the RERA study group for the entire financial year. We tried our level best to held up the various seminars or to invite various speakers and have a healthy discussions from the beginning of the year itself, from April itself, and try to have a one meeting at least for monthly, every month one meeting. And even after all the protocols were lifted, we tried for physical meeting also. But due to as it was earlier online, so most of them were out of Maharashtra also or from Gujarat, so they were not able to attend that meeting. But still, we have tried for hybrid meetings also, and we have most of the speakers which were there. I hope they have enlightened you over the period of the entire year. Every month we have seen, we have healthy discussion on Form 3, Form 5, and what are the expectations of the authority from the chartered accountants. So RERA is one such field where we are going forward, and the authority in all the conversations which we had, they have a huge expectations from chartered accountants, and they expect that we serve the purpose of RERA and we become the eye of Maharera and we achieve those targets of delivering the flats to the ultimate buyers. That is the motive of the RERA, and we are in the forefront. So we are involved right from the beginning of registration to the updation or issuing forms or representation. So central government has given chartered accountants all the entire responsibility because they trust us, and our certification will assure them that builder is not diverging the fund and the ultimate buyer will get the flat. That is the reason WIRC had taken this initiative of RERA study proof, and hope this will continue under the leadership of C. Arpit Kabra sir, that healthy discussion and more discussion will happen in this study group under a new convener and deputy convenership. And this study group will take forward all the issues of chartered accountants to the authority, and this will add to the knowledge of all the chartered accountants. So I would request C. Arpit Kabra sir to address the participants.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And I think I must congratulate first Aditya. Of course, this is the last meeting of this wonderful year. And Aditya, congrats, really good work done throughout the year in this study groups. So not all study groups have been active, as I know from statistics that we've seen. But one of the most active ones has been this one. So congratulations to each one of you, all the participants, all everyone who are here physically. I think, sir, you all are the lifeline for this study group that you've taken out time and come here. I think all of this is being done so that we could facilitate real-time discussion in a roundtable kind of a study group kind of a concept. And people who have joined us virtually, thank you for taking out time. But we would also love to see you here with us in the next years, in this year coming up. One of the basic ingredient of this study group is strengthening the base for research, for representation, and for education. So of course, all of you getting educated is one part, but we should try. So for example, let me tell you, Nagpur has one own study group, for example, for this RERA. Kolhapur has one own study group. Different branches otherwise also have their own study group. We'll do all these discussions, okay? But one of the most sought after discussions is WIRC. So if there is a WRC panel, everyone wants, sir, why don't you do it online? Why don't you do it virtual? Why don't you? So if I were to say that this study group becomes hybrid, there would be maybe more than 100 registrations from across the Maharashtra state itself, because that is the kind of deliberations we do, that is the kind of discussions we do. So what I would propose is, maybe the next year onwards, if we could have if after all our discussions, if we could have minutes, or we could, put up, maybe record this session and, showcase on YouTube or whatever, only for paid members. So what we want to drive is, it's not freely available to anyone, everyone. If you're a member, so become a member of ICI. If you become a member of DTRC study group also, then you get access to these recordings, these discussions. And I think that is how it will grow organically also. And plus, more importantly, is a small little. So if all of you can come together, you spend a lot of time over here. If you could brainstorm little and come out with small booklets on small topics, it could be a 10, 15 or 100 page or whatever, small little thing, but on smaller concepts. So maybe as we all are aware, there are some 19,000 notices issued for RERA. It's gonna be madness in the market now. So if you could, come out with drafting, with a small little representation, whatever case laws you want to cite, or any particular discussion or a particular decision that you are aware of that would help people coming up. So I would suggest somebody, I would try and submit is, these are those words of wisdom that when they really spread out, that is the real sense of education. So of course, we at WRC this year would be targeting a lot of these things, but I would suggest, I would recommend, and I would really hope a lot from this study group, if you can combine. And it is not that we have to be a very good literature or a very hype on this. It could be something very generic, but it would be really helpful and practical oriented. So something off on the ground. So people who are on the ground, they are saying, let's do this. So with all of you as experts or all of you brainstorming, we could filter out things and bring out a compilation, and we could submit it only for generic discussion and consumption purposes. What we'll also do is establish you all as professionals in this space also. So if really someone needs a guidance, they could pick up phone and reach out to you and look for professional services if possible, or professional advice if any. That would really go in helping, even in individual capacity also, each one of you. So I think we should try and definitely come out with literatures. Second is, of course, representation. If at all you believe, I think this time we are trying to make sure that we meet office bearers very effectively. Any representation that you want to do, any empanelment drives you want to create, any opportunities for chartered accountant. I think Aditya was saying a lot of things about how CAs are being perceived. If we could do something like that, nothing negative. We want to do it. If you help us bring out something representation, we will definitely put it up. We should also start a desk, is what I understand. A help desk, if we can start. If some of you could come together, volunteer for this, it would give a good branding, at WRC, since you're spending so much of time here. What if we can start a help desk? We could have it from here, we could have it from there. We'll facilitate all of these discussions. Simple. Any on our website, do you want to get in touch with anyone in RERA? So click and then you'll get people and get in touch with them. Or a pool of resources are identified. One question comes in, all of you, it shares with all of you. You can amongst yourself WhatsApp may decide who's gonna reply, take it up. So it is that effective energy, all of us working together and trying to solve things out. It will help chartered accountants a lot. So I think those are some of the ideas. I think looking forward for a wonderful year to start up next. I'm here, and all the time, anyone who wants to come and interact, most welcome. More than happy to contribute in any way possible. At WRC, we believe we should really elevate our minds through education, and let's continue doing that. This study group really is instrumental in doing that. All of you are really, I must really thanks each one of you for sparing a lot of time coming and doing brainstorming. Try and articulate these things for the betterment of everyone. You never know, by the end of a year you would have a wonderful publication compilation ready. So that should go, even for you all, it would be a good throwback as to these were the discussion that we had. These are some, there will be a real treasure actually, in real sense. So we could start doing that. It's just that maybe we record or we minute or we whatever. collectively collaborate and draw out discussions that we had. So just bullet points, and it can all be archived. So one of you could act as a wisdom keeper. Uh, I think that would really go a long way in achieving the objective of the study group. And yeah, we are all around. WRC is always available. Infrastructure is here. Everything that you want is here. Let us know if you need anything, any other support or assistance. More than happy to get the best of things to facilitate all of your discussion. Thank you and look forward to have a wonderful year with all of you next. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
I would request Dilip sir to address a vote of thanks.
We will continue.
Yeah. First of all, it's my privilege that Arpit Bhai is from my own study circle, and he's so dashing personality. He's so young and energetic in his approaches. It does not mean that others are not young and energetic, but the kind of energy he's having, positivity, irrespective of, बोलते हैं ना कि होलिका दहन में आग में किस प्रकार भगवान ने प्रहलाद भक्त को बचाया, तो ये आग में भी कूदते हैं. I have seen him and I mean it. और इनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. That's the kind of passion he's having. And I'm very proudly seeing him representing chartered fraternity at WRC. And I could spend few moments before we start this, and I could just only one question I asked him कि आपके साल भर का vision क्या है? And before that I asked कि आपको this year is the last year or you can have the other opportunity. He said this is the lifelong one-time opportunity. And then second question ki what you want to accomplish, because you have no other opportunity, and that is the only opportunity. And then three things he could share with me and was really forwarding my conversation about his being the leadership. He said chartered accountants, they can also get some support, like smaller chartered firms are more in our country, in our WRC, right? And they do everything. If our own fraternity is exclusively developed and providing the services, consultancy services, like to get impaneled, certain kind of information required, and the same CA firm may miss out many a times. And many a times they may not have the complete presentable information readily available to upload. If they can get this kind of services, they both will be benefited.
Absolutely.
And on that thing, I request once again, I will take up thereafter, what are those three thoughts which please keep before us, because very inspiring.
But Dilip, I think you have also to attend one meeting. So at the end of it, let's discuss this.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would need all of your participation in these three brilliant, I would say, initiatives, if ever that could be taken for the benefit of chartered accountant fraternity. It has to do with proprietors, largely proprietors, partners, and of course the entire ecosystem in terms of getting peer reviewers and women chartered accountants getting into back. But let's work on that. There's one more meeting that we just lined up, so I would rush into this, but have a great discussion. This is the end of this. Have a good time, enjoy it, cherish it, and I'll see you at the end of this meeting. 2 hours, right?
Yes.
So I'll catch you up, right?
Okay.
So thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, being the last over of the, I can say tenure,
We'll say last but not the least.
not the list.
I would request all the participants to switch on the camera if possible, please.
Wow. Yes,
How many are there?
We have 4.
proudly see all the learned faculties, Vinay ji, Minesh ji, Akash, Dhiren, Jayesh bhai, Bharat bhai. DH4 is what I don't know. Lalit ji. Say it's our family program. Study group is a particular professionals group, and if we belong to a particular group, then we are having the sense of a family, like a membership of particular group. And this year, whatever experience we could get is we had the hybrid mentality. System is there, but mind wise also hybrid. कि पहला तो वेदर घर से बाहर कितना निकलना है, कितने हद तक निकलना है. इन द बिगिनिंग इट वाज द इशू. नाउ इट इज वेरी फ्लैट. Going out is not having any COVID impact. It's flat. Yet it is for the convenience of members. We start to have this hybrid system. And might be our institute is also supporting us. They are should be given only to those who cannot come because of some reasons, or either they are far away from this place. But unfortunately, what's happening, nearby people are never coming. And those who are the account holders, accountability holders, responsibility holders.
To have the physical meeting because the interaction is there in a better way, because technical problems are also there.
It is resolved and we come closer to each other.
We must appreciate
yes.
Lalit sir. He's come all the
Lalit sir is
from Nashik.
He is coming from Nashik. Jitne bhi log, he should. Those who are on this, you can get inspiration from him. You can also come.
कोविड की वजह से हम लोग सुस्त हो गया, घर में बैठे बैठे सब मिलता है, देख लेंगे. ऐसा हो गया.
Yes. So
that should not happen in future.
Yes. Now
there are no restrictions at all. Absolutely.
There is no question of any restrictions. Mind में भी नहीं है अभी. पहला तो मन में रहता कुछ था कि कितने crowd में जाना भी है कि नहीं जाना, क्यों जाना है. But there is no such thing. Now I am coming out with some of my thoughts. As Aditya ji said, somebody has to take the command, बोलते हैं ना, leadership and vision, devotion, साथ में लेके चलने की इच्छा शक्ति. वो सारी चीजें हमारे पास्ट टू, अभी हम इनको पास्ट नहीं बोल सकते, प्रेजेंट है. एंड पास्ट कन्वीनर इज विद अस, सुमित जी. एंड प्रायर टू सुमित जी, our Ashwin Bhai Shah was convener, and those people were already contributed a lot for this study group to bring to a particular level. So now I am ready with all those standards and the support system in place. And at this point, what I could understand in the last 1 year, we should have bigger research group. We should have people who can write and compile or gather some articles or something which can be compiled at one place, the different group, and those groups we can make. These are my thoughts which I could realize why the participation is less. Why we people are here? Because we are accountable. Let other also be accountable for something, and their accountability will bring them here. Their presence itself will increase the participation, and the others may also get connect. There are people who are might be thinking this group of people are only people who are providing or listening and creating things. And I believe me, there are other professionals who are doing wonders in the RERA. Wonders. You cannot even imagine. Such people's contribution, even 1%, will be equal to our whole year's efforts. So people's contribution is required, and those who are extraordinary in our profession, they belong to the CA fraternity. Our WIRC is the mother for them who are living in this area, region, and they will be compelled to be part of it when more and more people will be participants. And I could realize when I could exclusively practice in the RERA, there are many things in the RERA which can be represented by some body, which is WIRC, RERA study group kind of thing, which we never initiated because we don't have the team to fight or represent. Simply one person is not a team. Team जब भी युद्ध करने भी जाते हैं ना तो हमारी सेना होती है. सेना is nothing but a team, larger team, and then there are sub teams. Sub team के बाद में भी कुछ और भी key people are there. Thereafter some policy making peoples are there. When we will be working together, then you don't know what kind of new opportunities will be emerging for those who are working indirectly for the profession. Possibilities are not coming directly at times, but indirectly lots of. And having so atmosphere, might be we are having so many things lacking in our approach or as an infrastructure, but fortunately in heart of city we have this institution, we have available rooms, we have available the whatever systems are there, anytime tea coffee kind of things are also easily available, once or twice thrice, no limits. Means at times it is a dearth. If we have somewhere else, पता नहीं वो एक continuous phenomena होता है तो possible नहीं हो पाता है. I have seen this, but when we have this in abundance, then only thing we have to come together, and this is the beginning of the next year. When something come to conclusion, that gives birth to the new thing, and we could have learned a lot of things in the last year. Now lesson बोलते हैं ना, हमें आगे बढ़ाने के लिए होता है, and whatever make us to fail or make us to reduce our size, make us to not expand the professional opportunities, responsibilities on us as a team. As of now, after completing today's seminar, study group, virtually we can say study groups whole year's performance is completed, and we are at 0 level. Next year will begin from 1st of April onwards. From the 0, who will set the target? 100, 5,000, 5 lakhs, who will set the target? It is we. Then from 0 level, any target we can fix and achieve and work on that. And working on those targets will make us responsible. And there can be various workability modalities which we are already knowing. बड़े बड़े क्लाइंटों को संभालते हैं हम लोग, बड़े बड़े बिल्डरों को एडवाइस करते हैं. तो जब सारे एडवाइजर ही इधर बैठेंगे तो we will have solutions and unimaginable resolutions will come up. And whatever Arpit ji had said, I trust him. I trust fully he will support to the extent we never have expected that to happen. This is that kind of person, because he is not having back something. He is a fresher. Immediately जीत के और कुर्सी मिली तो उनके दिमाग में पास्ट नहीं है कुछ कि कोई तरह का पॉलिटिक्स है, कुछ और है. No, he is completely free to support us, or he will like that all the departments of the WRC, whether it is GST or income tax or RERA or something else, should go to the top level. And that will be his achievement. And his thought and support give us a kind of support that we can achieve anything which we want for everyone. And I think everyone be given opportunity today. Please speak from what we really want. और जैसे आज का सेशन कंप्लीट होता है, आदित्य जी प्लीज रिक्वेस्ट टू द WRC कंसर्न पर्सन टू सर्कुलेट द पेमेंट लिंक राइट नाउ इफ पॉसिबल इन दिस प्रोसेस इटसेल्फ. तो जितने लोग हम लोग संभव है इमीडिएटली उतने पे कर दे.
अप्रैल के बाद में करेंगे वो.
उसके पहले पेमेंट का नहीं आता है क्या? अच्छा ऐसा है. ओके, तो थोड़ा आप पता करना उसका पॉसिबल क्या है. एंड सर आई रिक्वेस्ट वन बाय वन प्लीज पुट योर व्यूज. आवर स्टडी सर्कल कुछ नॉलेज भी आप इन प्रोसेस शेयर कर सकते हैं. यस, सारे लोग बोलने वाले. सुमित सर बोलने वाले हैं, हमारे चीफ गेस्ट आज के. हमारे चीफ गेस्ट हमेशा लास्ट में.
जो भी आप
Yes, sir.
see आज का discussion is about of course ये
हाँ.
concluding session भी है and just if members are facing some difficulties in let us say in certification of form 3 form 5 because lot of notices are coming to the clients and clients are now behind us कि मेरा update करो so there are many situations which are faced by so ऐसा कुछ रहेगा ऐसी कुछ particular situation के बारे में भी आपको बोलना रहेगा.
Thank you, Aditya sir or Dilip sir, for giving me opportunity as a serve as a core committee member for 22-23. सबसे पहले तो ये है कि पूरे साल भर में हम लोगों ने जो डिस्कशन किया है या जो भी हमारी बातचीत हुई है या फिर इवन व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे भी बहुत सारा हेल्दी डिस्कशन होता है हम लोगों का, नॉट ओनली मीटिंग. और मीटिंग्स में भी बहुत सारे प्रैक्टिकल इश्यू ही हमने इस साल लिए है, तो वो बहुत ही अच्छा लगा और ऐसे ही आगे चलते रहेगा. कि मैं तो यही कहूंगा पहले से कि प्रैक्टिकल लेवल पे जो काम करना है बेसिक लेवल पे उस पे अगर हम कुछ फोकस कर पाएंगे, पीछे भी करते आते थे आगे भी करेंगे. और हमारे ग्रुप में से भी बहुत सारे अच्छे टैलेंट उभर के आए हुए हैं और आप लोगों ने मुझे भी अपॉर्चुनिटी दी उसके लिए तो थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर. और रिसेंटली अभी मैं यही कहूँगा कि हर मीटिंग में एटलीस्ट 15 to 20 मिनट्स या हाफ एन आवर डिपेंड ऑन अमेंडमेंट एंड सर्कुलर कम नंबर ऑफ सर्कुलर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर मंथ दैट विल शुड बी डिस्कस्ड. ये मैं कहूँगा क्योंकि क्या है कि बहुत सारे लोगों के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, अभी आपको भी आते होंगे अपने दोस्त लोगों के. नासिक से मुझे तो लातूर, सांगली या फिर जलगांव वो साइड से हो तो उधर से फोन आते हैं, बहुत बेसिक सवाल होते हैं. अभी सबसे रिसेंटली बहुत सारे लोगों ने पूछा क्योंकि ये फॉर्म्स इशू है ना, तो उसमें मैं ये डेट कब डालूंगी. जैसे अपने आईटी रिटर्न में या फिर कोई ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में पीरियड रहता है, वो पीरियड तो दिया ही नहीं फॉर्म 3 में, तो अभी क्या कर सकते हैं. तो मैंने बोला कि नोट में डाल दो कि भाई ये यहाँ तक है, वो वही कर सकते हैं. तो ये जो छोटे छोटे प्रैक्टिकल इशू जो आते हैं वो डिस्कस होने चाहिए वो मेंबर्स को उसके लिए. और जैसे अर्पित सर ने बोला कि हेल्प डेस्क क्रिएट किया जाए, तो आई एम ऑलवेज देयर फॉर दैट ग्रुप और व्हाटएवर इट. ऑल थैंक यू.
मेंबरशिप कैसे बढ़ाया जाए उसके बारे में आपका क्या ख्याल है.
मेंबरशिप तो सर बहुत सारे लोगों को अभी भी पता चला है कि ग्रुप है, ऐसे कुछ डिस्कशन होता है या फिर हाइब्रिड का भी अभी जो ऑप्शंस है वो हमारे लिए तो अच्छा ही है. जो आउट ऑफ मुंबई है वो भी सर्कुलेट होना चाहिए. देखिए देखा जाए तो मुंबई या फिर अभी का स्टैटिस्टिक्स देखा जाए तो कौन से रीजन में ज्यादा है, जिसमें जो रीजन में नहीं है ब्रांच को अप्रोच करना चाहिए कि भाई एटलीस्ट 2-3 मेंबर आपके तरफ से दो. या फिर वो सर ने बोला है कि नागपुर में है या सांगली सातारा में है, तो उनको बोलिए इनकरेज किया जाए कि भाई स्टडी ग्रुप में ऐड हो. पर्सनल लेवल पे नहीं, लेकिन WRC लेवल पे हर एक मेंबर को मेल जाना चाहिए या फिर ऐसे कुछ करना चाहिए. हाँ,
वेरी गुड आइडिया. हाँ, एटलीस्ट ब्रांचेस जितने भी है उनको बोला जा सकता है कि आपके जो रेरा ग्रुप्स हैं उनके एटलीस्ट जो कोर कमेटी है
रियल एस्टेट में काम कर रहे हैं या फिर कोई एक्टिव मेंबर है उनको बोला जाए कि
लातूर, जलगांव ऐसी जगह से तो बहुत बेसिक सवाल रहते हैं. मतलब अवेयरनेस इज वेरी वेरी लेस.
जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया तो बैंक का सडनली चेंज हो गया था, वो अपडेट हो नहीं रहा. मैंने सर को फोन किया, मैंने खुद ने चेक किया तो हो ही नहीं रहा था.
आ गया ना उसका सर.
तो अपने देखा कि लगे आई थिंक विद इन 15 days वो सॉल्यूशन आ गया.
But then if you have observed, even after the release of the circular, still I'm able to change the banks just like that. मतलब I think that is not still frozen.
नहीं फ्रोजन है.
नहीं फ्रोजन है सर. वो एक्चुअली ना वो सर्टन डेट के पहले जो रजिस्ट्रेशन उनको हो रहा है उसके बाद में नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसे कुछ तो भी टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टी है उसमें. और रहा सवाल प्रेजेंटेशन का, तो सर मैं कहूंगा कि ये अपना बहुत बड़ा फेल कि RERA के तक पहुंचने में हम कुछ कम गिर रहे हैं. प्रेजेंटेशन जाने चाहिए या
बट रिप्रेजेंटेशन हमने किए थे जब भी फॉर्म 3, फॉर्म 5, फॉर्म 1 WRC से वी हैड रिप्रेजेंटेड थ्रू स्टडी ग्रुप प्रभु सर के लीडरशिप के अंडर. पर इशू क्या है, जो हम फॉर्म्स जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन करते हैं तो वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को क्या चाहिए या इसके हिसाब से क्या चाहिए, बट फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. बट वहां पे जो उनको जो चाहिए वो बिल्डर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू और कस्टमर. सो व्हाट इंफॉर्मेशन दे नीड टू पोर्ट्रे टू कस्टमर और बिल्डर्स का ख्याल कैसे उसमें क्या चेंजेस ला सकते हैं. तो हमारे जो अभी समझो हमने जो इम्पोर्टेंट चेंज सजेस्ट किया था, जैसे एब्जॉर्ब कॉस्ट ऑफ मशीनरी, एक्चुअल कॉस्ट है तो पूरा नहीं लेना चाहिए एब्जॉर्ब कॉस्ट. तो फ्यू चेंजेस वर एक्सेप्टेड बट फ्यू चेंजेस वर नॉट एक्सेप्टेड, कीपिंग इट व्यू फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ जो बिल्डर्स का उनका जो बॉडीज है उनसे जो कंसर्न है. तो यहाँ पे जो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को जितना कंसिडरेशन ड्यू टू पार्टिसिपेशन जो मिलना चाहिए एज ऑन डेट नहीं है. लेकिन अभी टारगेट में चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स आर ऑन द नंबर 1. 2 इंस्टेंसेस. पहले तो आपने देखा होगा कि अभी न्यूज में आया 751 प्रोजेक्ट्स को नोटिस भेजा है. उसमें मेन पॉइंट क्या है, तो जो डबल बैंक अकाउंट नंबर, एक ही बैंक अकाउंट मल्टीपल प्रोजेक्ट्स में यूज हुआ.
एक नोटिस के साथ मैं भी बैठा हूँ.
तो इस केस में अभी क्या होगा, अभी आगे नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है, इसमें जो नोटिस जाएगा वो सीए को जाएगा. अभी इसमें हमारा गलती तो हो भी सकता है या ना भी हो सकता है. डेवलपर ने हर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए अलग चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट रखा हो सकता है, तो उसको ये नहीं मालूम कि ये सीए के लिए, ये प्रोजेक्ट के लिए वो अकाउंट है या वो प्रोजेक्ट के लिए कौन सा अकाउंट है. तो इसमें लेकिन हम लोग का रोल बढ़ जाता है. सी, नो वन विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट इज एट फॉल्ट और नॉट, but whenever our name will appear in that, they will consider that yes, he is responsible for all the malpractices. So that level of precaution, और इसके लिए ये जो स्टडी ग्रुप का मीटिंग्स या हम लोग जो भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन है वो ये पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से.
नहीं, मैं आपने जो बोला ना वो परफेक्ट है. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि हमने प्रेजेंट किया और उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट किया, ये होना ही, वो तो होना ही नहीं सर. मैं जब अपना प्रेजेंटेशन बात कर रहा हूँ तो मैं आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग फॉर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स. तो हमें जो फेस करना पड़ता है, जैसे मैंने अभी बोला कि यार डेट पीरियड ही नहीं है उसमें. अब अगर आप फॉर्म 5 देखोगे तो उसमें तो पीरियड है, लेकिन फॉर्म 3 में पीरियड ही नहीं है. तो वो ये जो छोटे छोटे पॉइंट है वो ये प्रेजेंट करने को बोल रहा हूँ मैं. वो बिल्डर लेवल पे या फिर
those were presented earlier also. मेन तो सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा जो था, जो डीम्ड चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट का जो कंसेप्ट है वो अभी भी रिपील हुआ नहीं है. महारेरा में गुजरात में हुआ, which was represented at the central level by the then committee, but वो अभी तक रिजॉल्व हुआ नहीं है. So certain issues are not taken.
जुडिशरी लेवल पर जा सकता है, इतना बड़ा इशू.
We are considered as a part of the government, so we cannot do that. तो ये जो चीजें हैं ये हम लोग नहीं कर सकते, और इसके लिए एग्जिस्टिंग जिसमें हम लोग कैसे सर्टिफिकेशन को बेटर. अभी एक जो चीज है, रिसेंटली हरियाणा रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी ने जो advisory निकाला पेपर में, that kind attention to CA, and they have used that CAs are using a word, using a language that is cryptic. मतलब क्या कि हम लोग मिस्टीरियस बात बोल रहे हैं उसमें. We are not hiding our opinion. That is the allegation which has been done in that particular advisory.
उनका फॉर्म 3, 4, 5 कुछ है
in the public forum. So here, why is it happening? Because we don't have consensus, and we are not having a point of view on that. Even though we have released a 1600 pages book, then also there is some point missing, क्योंकि वो certification अलग हो रहा है, audit अलग perspective से हो रहा है, guidance notes है वो use नहीं हो रहे हैं, and somewhere there is still confusion कि वो certification है या audit है. So they are saying that specialized certification है, act में audit बोल रहे हैं. So ये जो पूरा confusion है उसकी वजह से हम लोग प्रॉपरली इशू नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, और वी आर नॉट एबल टू कन्वे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू प्रोजेक्ट, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली वी विल ट्राई टू सेफगार्ड अवर इंटरेस्ट. सो कोई भी है, अभी यहाँ पे कैसे हो गया, वी आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन अ थिन लाइन कि हम लोग आज यहाँ पे और कल प्रोजेक्ट में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. अभी 19,000 प्रोजेक्ट्स है जिनको नोटिस गया है, उसमें आगे जाके इन्वेस्टिगेटर्स आएंगे, सब कुछ होगा. तो जो फॉर्म 3 उसको पहले देखा जाएगा. दैट विल बी अ सस्पिशियस फॉर्म व्हिच विल बी टारगेटेड. So here it is very important for chartered accountants to take care right from the beginning. We were telling that only, that जो inference है, मैंने कितने सारे जगह पे ये देखा है कि they are issuing that I have the amount is utilized for the project, which is not possible. Even I have seen the Big Four certificate issued by Big Four. They are also not able to say that he has utilized it for the project. So somewhere it is a confusion getting created, और यहाँ पे अपने को कंसेंसस होना बहुत जरूरी है एट दिस लेवल.
मेंबर को एजुकेट करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, Vinay sir.
Yes sir. Okay. Good evening, and thank you so much for including me from the South India. Maybe out of all the participants, I'm the alone from the South India. and appreciate the month-on-month discussion on the RERA. I'm sure that whatever you're discussing is applicable to whole of India. It is not only to the RERA in terms of the confusion and the chartered accountant certificate. The unfortunate thing is the authorities are not listening to the professional body itself as an institute. Like we have a higher up or the upper hand in terms of format of the certificate itself. Somewhere in 2017, for the purpose of implementation of the act or maybe to pass the regulations, format was introduced and without knowing the much impact of it, and still every professional member is struggling to understand and try to put his best of efforts to fix or mention the information. The recent notice issued by the Kerala to the chartered accountant itself. Kerala has issued the notices to the chartered accountants. Why penalty should not be involved to the chartered accountant for reporting something which may be correct, which may not be correct. See, we should also understand who are reviewing these certificates. If whether they're capable or they have enough knowledge in terms of looking at this certificate and comment on it. That is a big challenge what we have. We have the IAS officers, we have some technical officers. How much they are capable enough to comment on this certificate or the information which we are providing. And a simple example is every certificate talks about the cost incurred. And you tell me that cost incurred is a concept in any of the standards or any of our 20 years or 40 years of career. We heard about the cost incurred concept. There is no cost incurred concept to my knowledge, except in RERA. And of course, Maharashtra trying to give some explanation to the cost incurred. Who has given that cost incurred from Maharashtra? Like, how did they define it? How did they come out with cost incurred? So these are the specific challenges we have while issuing the certificate. Number one. Second, even as a professional members, we should understand how much importance is this certificate. It is not just put the numbers and issue it. It has a bigger impact on the project itself. Because I remember that we get some information from the members, our professional members, they say, sir, you fill the information, I'll give some information. That should not be the attitude of our members. And third is in terms of the availability of the information and the documentation from the promoters itself is a big challenge. We all should, irrespective of what are we trying to talk, we try to put our best effort to collect the information and try to issue the certificate or the report, whatever we try to do it. By the time next quarter comes, absolutely whatever the information what we issued was invariable, there would be some changes. So my request is for the authorities, we should enlighten that please take the consensus or include the professional bodies. Need not to be a chartered accountant. You include engineering body for the engineering certificate, architect body for the architect certificate to issue. Okay, then you work together with the respective professionals to come out with the best part of the RERA. Otherwise, we are not going anywhere. We are just stuck with everything. Whenever something comes in the newspaper, it comes big. Chartered accountants issue the certificate and money is swindled. So this should be the bigger challenge what we have is. Third is the percentage of completion. Who issue the percentage of completion? Who issue the percentage of completion? A chartered accountant shall issue the percentage of completion. Whether overall percentage of completion is there in the certificate, in architect certificate, have we seen it? No. Then how are we chartered accountant assume that percentage of completion? From where are we taking it? So fundamental things has to be addressed by the professional bodies, and strongly we should communicate this to the respective RERA authorities, stating that without which there is no effectiveness and there is no efficiency in terms of what will be the reporting we does. So this is what is my experience and also my humble request. I'm there to support in terms of what will be the input and what will be the work should be done to identify it. And each of the wordings of the RERA certificate, I have identified what should be, what shouldn't be, and where is the reference of it, what are the difficulties. So those, everything can be compiled and we can go and present and meet and present. See, problem is we are giving the representation. I don't think how much authorities are involved in terms of reading our representations. Whether they're understanding it or not also, I don't know. That would be the status. So looking at that, maybe we have to meet them personally. We should take about 1 or 2 hours of time from them, interact with them, present our views, and allow them to say whatever they wanted to say on this, sir. Yeah, that is a request from my side. Thank you.
Bharat sir, yes.
Sir, actually, I'd like to put my views that we as a WSC are located at BKC Mumbai, and we need all the participation from all over Maharashtra and all the thing, because ours is a WSC, and we cannot expect all the members to come down to BKC for physical meetings. So hybrid, actually, the meeting which we are conducting now should be the norm, because some of the people can come down to BKC for the meeting, but there are a lot of many chartered accountants from the small places which are out of Mumbai. For them, it becomes very difficult for attending a meeting at BKC. So if at all we want more membership for this particular study circle, we should make a norm that it will be a hybrid meeting. Those who can come and who are nearby BKC or something, they should attend or expected to attend. But knowledge sharing, we cannot stop knowledge sharing just saying that you should be here as physically. So as today, I expect you, actually I WhatsApped you, what is my issue? I had some issue with my dental thing. I was supposed to come down to BKC, but I couldn't. But then otherwise, we won't be able to come together. So if we are keeping only the physical meetings, then many of the people who cannot attend BKC will be excluded from the knowledge sharing. That is why my view is. Right now, Vinay ji from Bangalore, he could able to contribute to our meeting. But now Lalit ji has come from Nasik, he could make it. But there are many people out of Mumbai who like to, get in, join with us. But because of this particular issue, they may not be able to do it. So we should have some consensus in our study circle, whether we want to enlarge the scope of the study circle or we want to meet only physically. Because Corona, Dilip ji, Corona has gone. We know everybody. We know that Corona has gone. It is not the mindset of the people that the Corona is there. That's why they are not coming to Mumbai. There are many things. And
no, sir, don't take it otherwise, sir. We are just discussing that ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग आएंगे तो discussion होगा. Hybrid बंद करेंगे ऐसा कुछ बात हुआ ही नहीं, sir.
So basically, what is Bharat sir? I will tell you what is the issue. Basically, what happens, we tried for online, we tried for hybrid, we tried for physical. But the issue is what we want is more and more. See, we have a restrictive knowledge. Once we share our knowledge, so every time we can understand better. But if we could invite someone out from outside for speaking, so we can get his inputs and his knowledge. So what happens when there is less crowd or less people attending the same, it is somewhere difficult for us to bring external speakers. And even now we have kept hybrid, but if you can see the attendance in the study group, there are so many, more than 100 members in the study group, but only those who are serious about learning something or only those who are contributing to this profession in RERA, they are only attending. So we can try all our best to gather new speakers, generate new speakers for speaking opportunities. But the healthy discussion will happen only then when there is more number and we can get different input. Now you can contribute because you are practicing in Palghar area. So some difficulties you might be facing, which we are not facing in our area. Like Nashik, there are different other difficulties. So such difficulties we will be able to know only when there is active participations from all of them. So why we were insisting at least this room will be filled and we will have more minds to think upon and we will contribute in a better way. That was the only thing so for inviting physical. And the second important thing is only in physical meetings you will get CP, and on online meeting as per the Central Council IC Act. So there is we cannot challenge it, and we have messaged them and we have represented to them. But it is their norms which is we have to follow. So CP meetings also, because of that, the number of participations also might increase if physical meetings are happening regularly. So it is not restricted that we can meet once in a month. They have allowed us to meet frequently also. But looking at the participations, only the speaker which we are trying to invite, which we really want to contribute, like Sampath sir is expert in IBC. So we want something to be incorporated from IBC and RERA. So such things we have tried during the year, but it is somewhere difficult if the participation is less. We don't have any issue for hybrid meeting.
I like to add, because now I'm at Palghar. Palghar doesn't have study circle, it has got only chapter. Because being the founder, actually convener of this chapter, I know what is required to be, to organize the meeting, and when we are inviting the speakers, and when there are only few people in front of us. So I know the issues inviting good, talented speakers for any study group. But yes, once actually with the recent policy of our institute, that our chapter can go for the virtual meetings, and now we are seeing the participation increase tenfolds. It is for physical meetings, the participation was very less. But with virtual, because the participation is from all over actually India actually, because of that. So in our study circle also, if we are trying to limit only physical, then the same situation is going to come. Then that's the reason that once we understand that there are many people who can't attend physically, like Vinayji cannot attend from Bangalore, but because of his, now he has provided us some inputs which are beneficial to us in Maharashtra also. So likewise, if we keep people from outside also as a member of the study circle, we as a study circle will get benefited. That is what my point.
Yes. Yes, Bharat bhai, I appreciate your concern, and that we are already doing. We never stopped hybrid. Throughout the year, I don't remember any meeting which is happened without online. All the meetings happened. But question is, what we are addressing is how we can increase the strength, participation. The strength is the participation. Because when we are talking about RERA, when we are talking about RERA all over country, how one person can cater all those things which is needed? It's requirement. And we are having around 40,000 chartered accountants in our WRC. And if out of those, if we consider even 0.01% will be fulfilling everything, we can strongly represent. Consider you have good rapport with chairman of RERA. We can strongly convince them, having interactive session with them. Why chartered should be taken in your panel before you decide any forms to be published? Why you can't have, if you have some gaps in the chartered accountant reports, do you have the system to have the empanelment system? Do you have some your expectations which is educated to the practicing chartered accountants, engineers, architects? Just publishing forms is not going to fulfill what you expect, because your expectation, we are in day-to-day touch with you and the forms, and we are listing various platforms, and that is how we come to know what you think about professionals to submit in their formats.
Sir, I just wanted to know that we should keep this hybrid system. That this will be beneficial. That is what the point I wanted to make.
It will remain, sir. It will remain. Even Arpitji also said it will remain.
That's the only concern. That's the only concern. I would like to be with you.
Yeah, it will remain, sir. In spite of the hybrid, we don't see the presence.
Yeah, but then again, Aditya ji and Dilip ji, see, basically right now our membership is only 100, right? Out of that, maybe some say 12 people are here right now, 12 or say 12, 15, 20, maybe 20. So if this 100 number becomes 1,000 or say 500, then the attendance would also increase. Not many people will say, not 500 people will join this particular circle, but at least 50, 100, some percentage will increase. And once they have assurance that you can join in a hybrid session, everybody will like to get the information from good fellows like Aditya ji and all the knowledge sharers actually, So that's we can increase our participation. At least this year we can keep that our the membership can be increased from 100 to say 500 or something like that. So this will help.
That is what we are exploring. What is how we can increase the strength. Thank you for your input, sir.
There is a limit on number of how many members can get enrolled.
Acha, in the study group also there is a limit.
Study group, I think so limit.
How much is the limit? How much?
100.
एक स्टडी ग्रुप में 100 से ज्यादा नहीं है.
Well, this is not a study circle, so it is a closed. It has to be a closed meeting.
अच्छा, if there are more than there will be multiple.
Yeah, it will
study
be like
groups.
a seminar. So it will be you have to have a discussion and you have to provide inputs and
It
try to
requires
increase.
number or it requires the presence 100.
100 registrations can be.
I think we should give suggestion to them कि at least पूरे साल का एवरेज तो देखो 12 मीटिंग में 1200 होने तक तो आप अलाउ करो. उसको होने के लिए कितने मेंबर चाहिए हमारे स्टडी सर्कल को?
सर पेंडेमिक के पहले बहुत थे इंक्लूडिंग रेरा ग्रुप 100 रजिस्ट्रेशन जिस दिन सवेरे ओपन हुआ ना शाम तक फुल हो जाते थे. इट इज पोस्ट पेंडेमिक दैट द थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड. सेकेंड थिंग व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड इज एक्सटर्नल स्पीकर्स का इनिशियल इंटेंट था ही नहीं. यहाँ पे क्या था कि ग्रुप डिस्कशन होगा. स्टडी सर्कल इज डिफरेंट, स्टडी ग्रुप इज डिफरेंट. इतने सारे सीनियर लोग हैं तो इंटरनल डिस्कशन हो जाएगा. बट व्हाट हैपेंस इज प्रेजेंस स्टार्टेड रिड्यूसिंग. फिर एक्सटर्नल स्पीकर से बिकॉज एवरी पर्सन मे नॉट बी मेंबर ऑफ स्टडी ग्रुप एंड नॉलेज इज एवरीवेयर. एंड वहां पर प्रॉब्लम आना शुरू हुआ कि एक्सटर्नल स्पीकर्स को हम लोग लाते हैं तो ऑडियंस कम होती है. एंड वो लोग बोलते तो नहीं है बट इवन वी फील एम्बैरेस्ड एंड इवन दे फील एम्बैरेस्ड.
Yes, that was the concern.
Yes, you are right.
You observe for last 4-5 meetings, you stop calling any external speaker. It is only we all people are discussing.
2 months back we had physical meeting in the same hall and Naik sir and Ashwin Shah, our past convener and अश्विन भाई. तो उन लोगों को एज ए स्पीकर बुलाए तो ओनली 2 स्पीकर के अलावे 2 कन्वेनर, डिप्टी कन्वेनर, पास्ट कन्वेनर और 1-2 ये जो मिनिस्ट्रेटिव साहब थे. एंड दिस वाज द प्रेजेंस एंड देन 6-7 पीपल ऑन द हाइब्रिड सिस्टम. तो that is why yes.
Dilip bhai, the number is restricted to 100 and unfortunately we represented to the chairman that outside speaker should be allowed, but unfortunately request is not accepted. This is CA Atul Purani. I couldn't come, sorry, because I have some health problem today.
No issues, sir.
No issues, sir. You are always with us.
Your presence online is also enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
नहीं ये भी चीज है. We are not allowed to call for external speaker as far as possible.
As per my knowledge, स्टडी ग्रुप का मीन्स ही यही कि हमारे लोगों में से किसी ने आगे आके स्पीकर बनने चाहिए. ये जस्ट लाइक ग्रूमिंग ऑफ स्पीकर्स.
लेकिन रिस्ट्रिक्शन भी नहीं होना चाहिए. कभी क्या होता है कि हमारा स्टडी ग्रुप रेरा एक्सपर्ट है, एनसीएलटी एक्सपर्ट दूसरे ग्रुप से आ सकते हैं. जीएसटी का इम्पैक्ट क्या है कंस्ट्रक्शन में वो हम जीएसटी वाले को बुला सकते हैं इधर. व्हाई शुड कम एवरी मीटिंग. तो पर्पस वो सॉल्व हो सकता है. नोबडी इज स्टॉपिंग अस. क्वेश्चन इज व्हेन वी आर आस्किंग समवन टू डिलीवर एंड यहाँ सुनने वाले नहीं होते.
ऐसे अगर होगी तो
हमारे पास उनको रीजनेबल नंबर
बुलाते हैं सुनने वाला कोई
नहीं होता है. तो जो बुलाते हैं ना वो सफोकेट फील करते हैं. उनको आधा घंटा पहले उनके साथ रहना पड़ता है, बात तक रहना पड़ता है. एंड उनको डिलीवर के लिए जब ऑडियंस नहीं है तो थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगता है कि
I would share my experience last year. I would not name, but one very good speaker, very eminent, very good speaker from the Gujarat, from the RERA. He was invited in the study group committee, and of course the attendance was low. So it was उन्होंने ऐसा कुछ बोला नहीं, लेकिन बाद में मुझे फोन करके पूछा कि why so less people are not interested in RERA. So of course I didn't have any answer. So that's how then you feel a somewhat embarrassment or something like that in such situation.
So anyone in the Zoom would like to say anything regarding any issues currently you're facing that can be discussed regards to Form 3 or registration, or you wanted to say something?
Sir.
Yeah, Minesh ji.
Minesh
ji बोलिए.
Sir, एक चीज था, like last time when we attended that refresher course ना, तो उसमें there was one expert, उन्होंने क्या बोला कि we need to, वो जो ASR डाल रहे हैं ना हम लोग Form 3 में, we're putting that unsold inventory, that should be from at the beginning of or at the time of registration. बट मुझे हम लोग तो एवरी ईयर का डाल रहे हैं, मतलब व्हाट इज करेक्ट, मतलब व्यूज आर डिफरेंट.
अपडेटेड वो एसआर वैल्यू की बात कर रहे हैं.
एसआर एट द टाइम ऑफ द सर्टिफिकेट,
एट द टाइम ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट आना चाहिए ना सर. बट मैंने उनसे पूछा था तो वो बोले नहीं, एट द टाइम ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन जो है वही रखना है.
नहीं,
इट कीप ऑन चेंजिंग नो एवरी ईयर.
उसका वैसे तो प्रैक्टिकली आप देखेंगे तो उसका कोई भी रिलेवेंस नहीं है न्यू प्रोजेक्ट के लिए. जो
नहीं,
भी
बराबर है.
अपडेट्स
नहीं, बट इट इज रिसीवेबल क्या होता है, बट व्हेन वी कैलकुलेट रिसीवेबल नो, तो थोड़ा सा उसमें चेंज हो जाता है. और मुझे लगता है कि एट द टाइम ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट इट शुड बी एट द टाइम ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट, इट मस्ट बी एट द टाइम ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट, बट उन्होंने बोला नो इट शुड एट द टाइम ऑफ. तो मैं वापस कंफ्यूज हो गया.
नहीं, एट द टाइम ऑफ वो जो भी सिचुएशन एट द टाइम ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट है.
एट द टाइम ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट.
यस
सर, हम लोग लाइक मैं आज ही नहीं आया, अदरवाइज आई एम कमिंग एवरी डे एंड आई एम आल्सो अटेंडिंग ऑन दिस सैटरडेज. अभी फ्राइडे सैटरडेज सम लेक्चर इज देयर ना, आई एम अटेंडिंग दैट आल्सो. रमेश प्रभु सर एंड सो सर, मुझे और एक चीज पूछना था, लाइक वी कैन वी डू लाइक दिस के हर एक, मतलब ये बचकाना होगा शायद, बट हम लोग ऐसा 3, 4, 5 क्वेश्चंस जो भी मेंबर एटलीस्ट फिजिकली आ रहे थे, मतलब एफएक्यू टाइप क्वेश्चन बना के लाए एंड देन उसको रिजॉल्व करे, समथिंग लाइक दैट.
या दैट कैन हैपन इन एवरी मीटिंग. जो भी actually that is the purpose, that we should have discussion on the issues which we are facing.
But
so if any member is facing,
it is like, हाँ हम लोग बना के ही लाए questions, formally question बनाए, answer बनाए, then that should be shared, that must be shared in our group. मतलब like जिसको भी जब भी लेना हो, they can refer that.
अच्छा.
FAQ time.
FAQ. So that can be
so
a list of.
There will be accumulation of FAQs, and then वो हमको जब चाहिए, we can extract a solution from that.
Correct.
Minish, जब भी ऐसा conflicting opinion आते हैं ना ऐसे questions पे, then the convener is always forwarding it to the chairman or as and when they meet RERA authorities. So it is, if it is everybody is agreeing, 2 of you, then normally it is not forwarded. But otherwise, your point is well taken, and it is normally forwarded for action with RERA on a periodic meetings by conveners or the whatever committee members are there. You know, that is what my knowledge is about.
Yes.
Yeah. और भी अभी next coming year, in the coming year 23-24, I don't have that much knowledge, but sir अगर कुछ काम असाइन करना हो तो मुझे भी कर दीजिए.
सर आप डेप्यूटी कन्वीनर ही बन जाओ.
नहीं, अभी तो आप लोग हो ना सर, मतलब
नहीं चेंज करना है.
अभी चेंज होगा ना सर.
नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए
we have convener Dilip sir. You can become the deputy convener.
नहीं, शशांक है ना सर, शशांक is there.
पहले आप बनिए सर,
नेक्स्ट टाइम बन जाएंगे, इतना क्या है.
हाँ, इस बार मैं शशांक को बना देंगे सर. आई एम वेरी हम लोग शशांक को बना देंगे, और शशांक तो ठीक है, शशांक बन गया तो मैं बन गया सर, हम लोग कर लेंगे साथ में मिलके कर लेंगे.
we'll work out on that.
Yes.
Whatever we can help.
नहीं, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है सर कुछ ऑफिस, मतलब ये कुछ बनना, तो ऐसा भी कुछ होगा तो यू लेट मी नो, मैं आ जाऊंगा सर.
Minish, it is
today I'm having some back pain, तो मैं drive करके आना थोड़ा possible नहीं हो रहा था इसके।
क्या बात है, मुझे भी सेम ट्रबल है, लेकिन मिनीश ये टुडे आदित्य इज राइट. Today I think we must finalize conveners and office bearers. So why don't you take up? You youngsters must take up.
Yes, definitely.
And today is the day. Today is the last day of this year, so we have no choice but to finalize.
हाँ सर, तो शशांक.
Most of the people of committee, core committee are in here present online also. So we can decide if you want, you can take up the role. There is no restriction.
Shashank, वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ. I am nominating Shashank and Dilip is there.
Yeah, any one of you can become. There is no issue at all. Only thing is this study group should go on, and we should try to have new initiatives every time. That's it.
I would like to be a helping hand. Because taking that responsibility, if I'm not able to fulfill, I will be a helping hand. Maybe under someone. I can be.
But we don't have that much knowledge. हम लोग कर रहे हैं. We are gaining knowledge. So we will take some time.
Knowledge किसी के पास नहीं है. सबके पास सिर्फ information है. We are just sharing each other's information. We are also not knowledgeable because this field is everything. Every day you face certain uncertainty, and no one can say, because that is the reason we are having this advisory that people are issuing cryptic certificate. So किसी के पास भी knowledge नहीं है. Only information, and RERA authorities are. This law is emerging, so we have daily changes in this law.
Very fast.
And we have seen changes. Now we are seeing changes on the regulatory part. Earlier we had seen changes on the litigation part, but now they are concentrating on regulatory part. So अपने certificate पे बहुत ज़्यादा जोर आने. So we should keep meeting and we should share knowledge, information. That is what we are having. So you can take up the role.
और एक one more thing sir, कि हम लोग सिर्फ don't restrict ourselves to RERA. मतलब हम लोग को बीच में we should call this GST expert, society development expert. मतलब we can go with them also ना. मतलब we can call them for a short discussion.
अपना इधर का ही.
Yes, we had kept a few meetings also earlier, wherein we had GST versus RERA, then society redevelopment and RERA, then IBC and RERA also we had kept once. So that is the issue. If we have more number of participants, we can have the implications. A discussion, because when you are into RERA study group, you are expected to more concentrate on this real estate law. So we try to have a discussion together with other laws. That is possible, very well possible in the study group meeting. And in future also we will try, but it is up to the participation that we can have some good speaker deliberating and having a discussion. It should always be in a discussion mode. So we are trying for that. Well, more and more inputs and discussion will clarify more doubts, because now we have seen that in RERA there are number of desks have increased, and if you upload a file today at 5 p.m, tomorrow it will have 20 to 30 queries. So that is the speed they have, and what they are doing, they are dumping you with the queries so that you will take more a month, because they know that developer is not perfect. So it will again take 2 to 3 months for generating the certificate. That's the level of pendency there. So they are going as much possible in detail, and they are pointing out queries that we have seen recently. So it is a great opportunity for chartered accountants also, क्योंकि 19,000 प्रोजेक्ट को नोटिस आया है. सब लोग ने 5 साल का तो मिनिमम कंप्लायंस किया ही नहीं है. अगर उसमें से 9,000 भी निकाल दे तो 10,000 प्रोजेक्ट ऐसे बचते हैं जिसमें सीए का हेल्प लगेगा. So approx
1-2% हमको मिला है सर.
वही तो
1-2% काम मिल रहा है सर.
So that's what is the scope in RERA. So we should have a good participation, then only it will increase, and we should see that ये जो हमारा जो certification है उसके ऊपर कुछ ना है. Otherwise the government will think, and that will the GST, how GST audit, so it will go to other fraternities also, which will again have repercussions on our profession.
Absolutely. I think somebody in the group shared RERA already sending notices to chartered accountants. So I don't think Maharashtra would also be behind this. Maharashtra would also find faults with chartered accountants, and they'll definitely come out with certification. There is always a clash between Form 3 and 5. Plus, there will be clash with RERA on both the forms also. We should work out on this, and absolutely right view is expressed here.
Sir, when a project is stalled, RERA do not want to take the responsibility. They have already made you responsible. They have made you a father of Form 1, 2. उनके ऊपर रखा है. You get first 1 and 2, then give Form 3, and then give Form 5. They have given you upper hand because they want you to be responsible. And projects are stalled. They never say because of them those projects got stalled.
No, Dilip bhai, I fully agree that we are CS, so we should be responsible. But now they are targeting us because of other chartered accountants who are lacking certain knowledge, and issuing certificates. Maybe
आगे होने वाला है. अभी परसों का ही है. एक रजिस्ट्रेशन था, तो उन्होंने बोला कि हमें अपडेट्स करने हैं. तो फर्स्ट जो फॉर्म 3 आया हुआ है, लेटेस्ट है सर, 2 महीने पहले या 3-4 महीने पहले रजिस्ट्रेशन हुआ है. तो सर वो फॉर्म में ना 70% और 100% का सिर्फ परसेंट डालना है हम लोगों को. Either you have to give 70% or 100%. ये बंदे ने अमाउंट डाल के रखा है वहां पे कि whichever is greater. तो ऐसे तो फॉर्म हम ही इशू कर रहे हैं सर.
सर एक सिंपल चीज, एक one application. I got one application for the registration. Prima facie observation of the balance sheet was showing that the developer has taken advances. Ledger में डाला है track number 405 चीज लगा है. So I said I won't issue form 3. I can file your ये application में आपका file कर सकते हो, but I won't issue form 3 and I won't even suggest anybody from my circle.
वो भी नहीं कर पाते हम लोग.
Why should I put into trouble my another fellow professional brother or sister? But the person managed to come in just 2 days.
और यही सर हमको ये करना है, लोगों को बताना है कि ये गलतियां अभी आगे आएगी. जो बॉटलनेक हम है, जैसे सर ने बोला है कि 1, 2 पे 3 डिपेंड है.
अभी देखो दूसरा बात है ना, लास्ट टाइम में इफ यू कैन रिमेम्बर we have very well discussed this topic. We always say fraternity, and we don't have courage to say straight, see, you are my fraternity, you are my brother, you are my sister, and as per the fraternity norms, you have to live this way. You can't do other way. Because आपको, if we develop a system from the WRC, if for example, go and see all the forms already submitted, which is visible to you, and then see before they take any action, what action we can take, we should take from our end. Give minimum consequential penalty, or means we can bar them for 1 month. Consider this. There is no financial burden, only awareness. Yes, institute is now aware. Whether we are doing any kind of this thing, no. Then we are living on the, please.
So I would like to discuss about one practical notice of duplicate bank account. So how to deal with that notice?
Yes.
I would like to give a brief fact of the notice. So there is one project. There are in that single project there are 2 wings. 2 RERA registration has been taken. One was taken in 2020, 2020. One was taken in 2021. Bank account was same. The application was made by the promoter with his CA. He got the number. After that, that same application was having same account and it was utilized. Then another chartered accountant came. He started issuing Form 3 after maybe a year or 1.5 years for the first project. After all this happened, today's status is that the project has received the OC. As of now, society formation is done. Conveyance is in process. That will be completed in next 2 months. So now it has received a notice where they are asking what are the number of units, how many units are booked, how much money you have received against each inventory when it is deposited in the bank account. So when you have done the withdrawal, whether that withdrawal was as per the certificate. So in this case, there was no certificate for let's say 9 months or 12 months. So the withdrawal power was not there. But if we draw a certificate, the withdrawal power will come because the promoter has not utilized the money anywhere else. It was utilized for the project. But the only mistake is that the bank account used for the two different projects is a single bank account. So while giving a reply to the department, so what precautions should be taken or what stand can be taken? So I would like if you can share your experience.
Vinay here from Bangalore. Sir, one suggestion, sir. Actually, in Karnataka, if the same bank account is given at the time of registration, system says this is already registered. So at the system level, control should have it. How do I know that? See, consider if I, while entering the number, if I wrongly enter one number. So it's a control. Control should be there with the authority. They also know, right? They're also issuing the registration. Even they should ensure that this bank account is not registered with any other account.
No, but
and how do I, as a professional, know that? It's basically it is a promoter responsibility of to issue that. He cannot make chartered accountant responsible.
नहीं सर, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. बैंक स्टेटमेंट भी अगर मंगवाते हैं आप एक पर्टिकुलर डेट से, वो भी हो सकता है. या फिर वो बोलेगा बंदा, अभी एक रिसेंट केस में ऐसे हुआ है कि रजिस्ट्रेशन हुआ पहले प्रोजेक्ट का, पार्टनरशिप फर्म है, बोले यार वो आउट ऑफ इंडिया है या फिर एक बंदा बोले सिक है तो हो नहीं सकता, तो हम क्या करेंगे, पहले ये प्रमोटर सजेस्ट कर रहा है मुझे कि हम क्या करेंगे, वो मैंने स्टेटमेंट मंगवाया था, उसमें बैलेंस था कुछ 5-6 हजार रुपए बैलेंस था. मैंने बोला कि यार ये तो पुराना वाला है. एक काम करेंगे सर, मैं नहीं पूरे पैसे विड्रॉ कर देता हूँ, फिर 2-3 दिन के बाद और वो स्टेटमेंट निकालूंगा और आपको दे दूंगा. तो यू हैव प्रूफ दैट दिस इज अ जीरो बैलेंस. आई थॉट इट्स अ न्यू अकाउंट.
I would like to add understood. In this case, he has not opened a RERA account. It's a normal current.
ये तो नॉर्मल है सर, ये पुराने वालों
में current account में ही चल रहा है.
हाँ. See, in this case, I think we should first change the account for one of the project, and then only I think we should reply saying that this had happened. Now we have opened the another.
But OC has been received. As of now, the OC has been received. Form 4 has been uploaded. Society is formed.
सर ये इसमें मैं भी एक चीज ऐड करूं सर कि इसमें क्या हो रहा है, व्हाट विनय सेड, वो फॉर्म नंबर 5 वाले के पास डेटा ज्यादा अवेलेबल होता है, तो उसको फॉर्म नंबर 3 वाले सीए की इतनी बेचारे की वाट लगा देनी पड़ती है. इन माय केस आल्सो
कुछ भी नहीं,
आई हैड नो चॉइस, यू नो, बट दैट इज वेरी सैड एज आदित्य जस्ट नाउ सेड फ्यू मिनट्स बैक. इसको कैसे रिजॉल्व किया जाए? वी मस्ट एजुकेट आवर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. इधर डोंट डू इट और डोंट रिजॉर्ट टू प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशंस. Maybe our group can lead into this, because when income tax warned us 5-6 years back, people are signing so many tax audits, we have the details because we have pen, and then institute circulated the same cut, copy pasted and sent to all the members that whosoever is doing this, please be aware, we will not take action till these 2 years. 3rd year onward we will take action. So I think we should also maybe try and do something on this issue.
Sir, for this bank account, I told at the authority level, if they control it, that would suffice. Every time, everyone need not to do. It's a software, At the software level, they can do this.
Vinayji, what you said is possible at the time of registration, when bank details are inserted there, right? That is the responsibility of the promoter, not of the chartered accountant. But the same problem when it comes when we put in our letterheads and we scan and then upload. At that time, we are not aware whether that is right or wrong.
So it is not reflecting in the website portal, sir? Yes, on the portal of the authority, the bank account should reflect,
Yes. On the portal of the authority, whatever they have mentioned, promoter has mentioned is reflecting. And when really we go for the audit, at times we find 2 bank accounts, 3 bank accounts, and they have.
Then the 4-2 LD, it's a 4-2 LD violation. We'll give the qualification in the audit report, in the certificate.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we do. That's what we do. Why we should take the risk?
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Vanessa, you're talking about the bank account. We have the instances wherein the multiple projects are registered on the same CTS number or survey number. Okay. That has also happened. So we cannot rely on system as such, I think.
Yeah, same CTS number, they have allowed to have multiple phases, separate numbers. In the same CTS number.
Yes, that is possible.
Yeah.
But then same CTS number, one project was there, which is still going on. Dispute between the two joint venture partners, and दूसरे वाले ने दूसरा अपना project register कर दिया. And both the projects now you can see.
अच्छा, okay.
Another incidence from Mumbai. बंदे ने project registration किया है, project registered है, समझ में आ गया इसमें कुछ mistake है, दूसरा project register कर दिया.
अच्छा, उसको रहने दिया. Same.
Yes.
That is still going on.
Yes. You can see both the applications.
Yeah. आपने ये भी बताया last time suggest किया discuss हुआ था ये उसको पहले के लिए.
अच्छा अच्छा चलो आपके पास प्रॉब्लम आया सोल्यूशन के लिए अभी ललित पवार जी के पास आया ऐसा ऐसा गलती हो गया 100 को नोटिस आया देन व्हाट.
तो ललित सर ने बोल दिया एक काम कर देना वो क्या वो पुराना वाला रहने दो ये किधर नया कर देते और नया होगी भी.
नया तो हो गया लेकिन अभी I got one notice in one of the case. What is the case is building is of 40-story building. They were finding difficulty to get environment permission, and because of that, up to 30 floor they got part OC, and then somebody like us suggested them कि आप इसको form 4 file कर दो, close हो जाएगा आपका यहाँ पे, and then for rest of the remaining floors you take the another number, and that is what he did. Now RERA has issued the so-called notice to them. How come you can have the same on the same plot on the same project which is already registered consisting 40 floors, now you have taken for the remaining, that is the so-called notice going on. It means whatever is happened is out of their purview, means sight. They now catching, and last 4 years back some mistake happened and now they are raising the so-called notice. Problem is here.
Sir, Dilip sir,
can't be issued, no?
सर एक इंटरेस्टिंग केस आई मेरे पास.
नहीं सॉल्यूशन इसका सॉल्यूशन लेके फिर ना आपसे ललित जी का क्वेश्चन लेते हैं.
सर ये फॉर्म 4 कैसे इश्यू हो सकता है पर हमारा तो 75% काम कंप्लीट हुआ उसका तो आर्किटेक्ट ने 100% कैसे दे दिया.
गलती तो है और उसने कोई गलत डबल सेल भी नहीं किया. रिमेनिंग 31 to 40th फ्लोर का they have sold but under the new registration number. They have shown agreement for sale is the same plot, same everything, only registration number certificate is of the second phase.
सर लेकिन ओरिजिनल प्लान में तो 40 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग था ना सर.
हाँ यस 40 था.
तो आर्किटेक्ट ने तो फिर आर्किटेक्ट के हिसाब से तो 75% वर्क कंप्लीट होना चाहिए तो उसने 100% का दिया कैसे सर. तो वो
जैसे हम लोग देते वैसा कोई आर्किटेक्ट भी दे दिया होगा.
तो फिर मतलब दैट आर्किटेक्ट इज एट फॉल्ट नो.
फॉल्ट तो फॉल्ट है ना लेकिन बिल्डर अपनी रेस्क्यू. हाँ
दिलीप भाई was it part OC
एप्लीकेशन में अगर फ्लोर कम कर दो.
हाँ
FSI का भी जो है उसको भी अमेंडमेंट कर दो.
Amendment का provision 14 to
Sir, it should go under modification of plan. Section 14 का जाना है.
Yeah,
14 में 14
it can be rectified, sir. Part OC करके rectification you can amend it. I think the new registration was not proper. That is what.
Sir, section 14 is applicable because you have sold it. You have entered into agreement based on the original plan sanction.
Based on the original RERA number having so much FSI with so number floors, that should be valid. That should be the valid one. Others should be surrendered. Now question is opportunity for us being expert throughout the year discussing this kind of thing. This is what I am discussing here.
मेरा जवाब तो दो.
हाँ.
बैंक वाला.
आपका बैंक वाला क्या है? पैसा है क्या उसमें?
पैसा निकाल दिया पार्टनर ने.
निकाल लिया.
ट्रांसफर कर दिया.
Okay.
So that decision.
Now देखो अभी what is happening in the very earlier period, they were straight accounts, no problem. They were current account, they have collected money, but they have shown some other account in the RERA that is not reflected. Okay, we as a CA can put note if this is something happened, but within the all the withdrawals and deposits are within the limits. So both are saved. We were thinking so, but in fact not. RERA has the choice to raise so-called notice. You did not follow what RERA asked you, because RERA says you must have the RERA designate account wherein you have to deposit all the money. 70% be withdrawn after compliance, right? अभी 3 साल 4 साल 5 साल में उनकी नींद खुली है. There are 26 people working day night and they are doing same thing. So they are more master than whatever we think of. Their knowledge is sharp. You cannot stand there. जहां तक हाँ सरेंडर होके बात कर सकते हो आप. This is what the kind of they are asking questions. तो अब है कि whether they will put penalty or not, it depends कि बिल्डर की कैपेसिटी क्या है. वो मरा हुआ है तो उसको छोड़ भी सकते हैं, एंड जो जिंदा है उसको और ज्यादा उसको पेनलाइज कर सकता है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. You don't have judgments. You don't have the list of those things in the similar nature of judgments. वैसा नहीं जजमेंट. हाँ
100% 70 से ज्यादा यूटिलाइज हुआ.
ये आपका जस्टिफिकेशन जो है ना उनके चॉइस पर है, डिस्क्रिप्शन पर है. वो कहते हैं कि आपने कंप्लाई किया का yes or no, then what is the answer? No, then 60-61 should not be applied or yes, you will say yes. My God, छोड़ दीजिए, बस ये एक लास्ट में बचता है, उनके चॉइस. आज ऑर्डर पास होते हैं ना, तो इफ देयर शुड बी मोर ट्रांसपेरेंसी, इफ ऑर्डर्स आर पब्लिश्ड, similar nature of decisions by the same officer is taken, then there is a transparency. ये क्वेश्चन भी बाद में आने वाला है. अलग अलग केस में अलग अलग तरीके का व्यवहार हो रहा है वहां पे. दिस इज इन माय एक्सपीरियंस. आपका एक्सपीरियंस क्या है सर? थोड़ा सा हाँ आदित्य जी का मैच्योर नॉलेज आएगा अभी. हाँ
safeguard the interest of the chartered accountant as well as the promoter. When you give a reply, आप उसको किस तरह और फाइनेंशियल को प्रेजेंट करो कि भाई उसने कैपिटल लेके आया, इतना कैपिटल लेके आया, उस कैपिटल से आप तक इतना ही विड्रॉ किया, पैसा लेके आया.
बट बेसिकली द इशू इज देयर, अगर उन्होंने एट अ सिंगल टाइम दोनों प्रोजेक्ट के लिए नहीं यूज किया, अगर एक प्रोजेक्ट पहले खत्म हुआ फिर दूसरे बार वो अकाउंट यूज किया ये प्रोजेक्ट के लिए,
ओवरलैपिंग है,
साइमल्टेनियसली
20% ही बचा था.
दोनों का ओसी आ गए,
दोनों का ओसी आ गया है, दोनों का सोसाइटी बन गया, सब हो गया.
तो देखिए मेरा जेन्युइन ओपिनियन है, पहले तो आप एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा कि गलती हुआ.
यस.
आ गया बराबर, और फिर दीजिए वहां पे कि ये खर्चा इतना हुआ है, वो खर्चा उतना हुआ है, उसका स्टैटिस्टिक्स दीजिए, और फाइनल लाइन यही चाहिए कि प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट है. फिर वो रेरा अथॉरिटी को डिसाइड करने दो. हाँ
क्यूसी कि हम कन्विंस भी कर रहे हैं, जो टाइम बाउंड है 3 महीने में, उसके अंदर कन्विंस भी हो जाएगा. सो उसका
और इसका एक ही है कि जैसे सर ने बोला कि इस पे कोई केस लॉज नहीं है. अभी वो उन लोगों ने ढूंढा है, अभी उनको भी पता चला है कि ऐसा हो रहा है.
अगर तो वो लोग ये ढूंढ सकती है, हाँ, तो वो आगे जाके ब्लॉक करने का, जैसे विनय सर ने बोला, वो सिस्टम भी उन लोग इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहिए. अगर वो
देखो चाहिए का ओपिनियन तो रिप्रेजेंटेशन और वो सब होगा तब.
सर एक इसमें एक चीज ये हो सकता है, सिंस ओसी आ गया है,
मेन
तो हम लोग को ये प्रूव करना है कि
आपके पास ओसी है, प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट है, वो आपका सबसे बड़ा और कोई नहीं. और बाकी हाँ आप ये कर सकते हैं.
अभी तक का लीनियंट व्यू देखते हुए आपको वो छोड़ सकते हैं, उसमें वार्निंग देके कि नेक्स्ट टाइम
इन्वेंटरी भी जो है 150 में से 3 बची है.
आप टू दैट एक्सटेंट मत जाओ. जो क्रक्स ऑफ द केस इज डिस्कस्ड, वी हैव टाइमलाइन, वी आर लेफ्ट विद ओनली फ्यू मिनट्स, राइट? तो अच्छा, आई जस्ट वांट टू हैव द की क्रीम ऑफ द नॉलेज, राइट, फ्रॉम द आदित्य जी. मंथन से अमृत निकलता वैसा. अभी क्या है आदित्य जी? हाँ, अभी इस तरह के केसेस जैसा उन्होंने बताया कि एक प्रोजेक्ट का फिर बाद में दूसरा और नंबर भी ले लिया, तो अभी रेरा उसमें व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थिंग दे आर डूइंग, व्हाट बुलेट क्वेश्चंस,
मतलब
डबल सिमिलर. जैसा एक प्रोजेक्ट है, अभी 40 माले हैं, तो उसमें 30 का ओसी आ गया, तो उसने पता नहीं उसको यूनिट कम कर दिया उसने. वहां पर जैसा अभी 500 यूनिट है तो 400 का ओसी आ गया, तो यूनिट घटा के उसको 400 कर दिया, and 400 sold, 0 inventory, and Form 4 filed, closed. And for the rest 10 floors, they took another RERA number. And accordingly, they dealt with accordingly, sold it and applied Form 1 to 3 time to time. Time to time they submitted. This is honestly they did. There is no manipulation, nothing wrong done. So अभी RERA का so called notice आया है. So now they have surrendered कि okay, second number we want to surrender. First one, please allow us extension so that next 10 floors we can complete. And there is a technical error because of some wrong advice or what advice we got from someone. Based on that, we did this. ठीक है, अभी रेरा को कुछ पेनलाइज करना तो कर सकता है. ऐसे केसेस में क्या होना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए?
पर यहाँ पे अभी क्या रेरा ने शो कॉज नोटिस किस बेसिस पे निकाला? अगर आपने वो सेपरेट यूनिट्स किया है जो 31 टू ऊपर के 40 को सेपरेटली रजिस्टर किया है, तो ये रेरा ने किस बेसिस पे आपको शो?
रेरा ने ये बोला कि आपका ऑलरेडी 40 स्टोरी रजिस्टर्ड है फेज 1 में.
You changed your mind.
And without having any permission from RERA in the registered RERA project, you have, how can you register the another project inside of the same project?
ऊपर का माल बेचा था मतलब?
नहीं, ऊपर का माल फर्स्ट फेज में नहीं बेचा, और जो भी बेचा वो सेकेंड फेज में रेरा रजिस्टर होने के बाद बेचा. तो यहाँ कोई फ्रॉड नहीं है, टेक्निकल एरर ही है. पीपल हैव गिवन सच काइंड ऑफ सजेशंस अर्लियर. ऐसा हुआ है. इवन न्यू FSI 2034 DCPR, फर्दर FSI to get 14(2) permission will be a Herculean job in a bigger project. Better you go for the top further new project, and that is being done by RERA also.
First of all, Part OC is not valid. As per RERA, Part OC is not
valid.
So you require a full OC, and this is as per अगर 2/3 permission लेके वो proper जाता तो वो हो जाता 51% for extension. So this is something which he has done mistake. But यहाँ पे एक हो सकता है कि at that time there was no deregistration procedure.
Correct.
अगर उसको by any chance part of the project को deregister करना है तो वो प्रोसीजर नहीं है कि टाइम बिंग में नहीं बना रहा हूँ, बाद में जब आऊंगा तो मैं सेपरेट रजिस्टर कर सकता हूँ. तो उसके लिए अगर मैंने सेपरेट रजिस्टर किया, देन आई हैव टू एक्सप्लेन देम that there is no party of which rights and liabilities are affected there in those units, and hence I had registered it separately. But if it is not allowed as per law, then I can deregister that and I can include and extend year itself. क्योंकि इसमें ये जो यूनिट्स है उनका कोई इफेक्ट राइट्स हो रहा नहीं, और मैंने उनको डिस्क्लोज किया है क्योंकि उनको यही है कि जो अभी आपका 31 से ऊपर जा रहा है, तो आपका जो 30th फ्लोर वाला है उसने शायद सोचा था कि वो टॉप फ्लोर पे नहीं है, उसके ऊपर 31 है, और अगर कल आप 31 से नहीं कर रहे तो वो टॉप फ्लोर बन जाएगा. तो दैट इज अ डिस्प्यूट. So you have to take the permission of that person that ये ऐसे मैं कर रहा हूँ, there are 31 to 40 floors. So somewhere it is not properly explained to them. So we have to explain it that there is no party in that, we haven't accepted any booking और उसमें third party rights effect नहीं हो रहे, and hence we had registered it considering that we can, as we were thinking of developing it in phase, so we took a part OC for these units, and now as since it is not allowed as per this, we can deregister that and we can include it as a normal extension mode.
Okay, very good answer, right? And second is same thing in the same section.
Dilip sir, Vinay sir, Vinay here. Just to add it to Aditya's,
yes.
Just to add it to Aditya's opinion, yes, I'm also with him. First, we have to see what is the agreement they entered with the initial allottees up to 30-31 storage. Whether they have agreed or they have mentioned that whether they build 40 floors or whether they build only 30 floors. In case if they mention only 30 floors, then that amounting to section 14 modification, and they have to follow the section 14. If at all, if they mentioned already 40 floors in the initial agreement, then they may not require a consent for them. However, for the purpose of RERA, I can go with the phase-wise registration considering the challenges. So, first thing is we should look at that what is that they have agreed to construct with the phase, that the up to 30th floors are important, sir. This is one of the things which I would like to highlight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good suggestion. And that is the valid point also. Now, sir, one more thing. What's happening? People are giving part OC and giving the permission to occupy, right? And then some modification is required. 14.2 or 7.3, whatever. And then consent of those who are already occupying are not giving sign. Now, circular has come to protect the interest of the promoter. Consider keeping this aside. Whether can we count? Suppose 100 फ्लैट को रहने को दे दिया, 150 फ्लैट का बिल्डिंग है, 50 ही बच गया रहने कंप्लीट करने, एंड आउट ऑफ दोज 30 फ्लैट्स आर सोल्ड आउट, 20 इज अनसोल्ड. तो 30 का हमें 51% 16 लोगों का परमिशन मिल गया, देन वन कैन फाइल 7.3. ऐसा पॉसिबल है. लेकिन सिंस द रेरा डज नॉट से सो, दे आर सेइंग द होल प्रोजेक्ट इज हैविंग 150, जिसमें आपका 130 बिका है, तो 66 लोगों का परमिशन रेगुलर होगा फॉर हैविंग दी
whom you have issued a letter of allotment or an
take the consent of those also.
Yes, total project में जो भी allottees.
सिमिलर आपका जो केस है ना, सिमिलर मेरा एक केस था. मैं रेरा में एप्लीकेशन किया जहाँ पे मैंने वो सर्कुलर का रेफरेंस लिया था कि भी मैं कंसेंट नहीं लेना चाहता 51% का, एंड आई हैव अप्लाइड. दे हैव रेज्ड क्वेरी 2 बार क्वेरी. फिर मैं गया वहाँ पे डिपार्टमेंट में, जो भी अपना क्या बोलते हैं ये था रिप्रेजेंटेटिव रेरा को, और वो एमसी उससे मिला. उन लोग ने कुछ ज्यादा से आपका 150 फ्लैट है, 100 फ्लैट की अपने पोजीशन दे चुके हो, पार्ट ओसी आ चुकी है, तो भी आपको पूरा एक
सिनॉप्सिस देता
पेपर में डालिए सेम, और उसके सामने लिखिए कि भाई इसका पार्ट ओसी आ चुका है, इसको मैं पोजीशन दे चुका हूँ, उसका जो पोजीशन लेटर है जो आपने उसको दिया है आप उसको अटैच करिए. तो उसका बोलना ऐसा था कि 100 लेटर तो 100 लेटर अटैच करिए.
अच्छा, ओके.
जो मेरा डिस्कशन हुआ, फिर वो जो बाकी 50 है, 50 में से आपका 30 बिका हुआ है, तो उस 30 के 51% में आप अप्लाई करिए, बट उसको प्रेजेंट करिए एक सिंगल पेज में, जो उनका फॉर्मेट है उस फॉर्मेट में करिए. दे कैन टेक अ लीनिएंट व्यू और आपका काम हो सकता है. उसने मेरे को वो एडवाइस किया था. और मेरे केस में क्या था, मेरे केस में ऐसा है कि मेरा इतना डिस्प्यूट है कि मेरे को वो जो ऊपर के यूनिट्स है 16 माले से 21 माले के, उसके अंदर का भी 51% नहीं मिलने आ रहा.
नहीं मिल रहा, तो उसके
मुझे ना वो उसका बेनिफिट मिल रहा है जो सर्कुलर आया हुआ है,
वो भी नहीं मिल रहा है.
नहीं, वो बोलते हैं कि वहां पे आपका उसके साथ झगड़ा होना चाहिए, या उसने वो कहीं लिख के दिया है कि वो नहीं देगा साइन करके.
नहीं, लिख के भी नहीं दे रहा, वो भी तो डिस्प्यूट है ना.
वो मेरे को लिख के भी नहीं दे रहा कि मैं साइन नहीं दूंगा. अच्छा, मेरा जो पार्टी है, बिल्डर है, वो बोलता है मैं उसको भेजना ही नहीं चाहता हूँ, ईमेल भी नहीं करना चाहता हूँ कि तू मेरे को साइन दे. अब इस बीच में मैं अटका हुआ हूँ.
There must be enough efforts on the record done on the developer's part that he has tried to convince the allottee, like sending the mail, sending the letter, and in spite of these facts, is not given his facts. There must be
लेटर भी जाने चाहिए.
There must be this thing must be there on the record.
मेरे केस में
You have to do that.
अभी वक्त कम है, तो लास्ट इंटरेस्टिंग केस डिस्कस
जो है 100 फ्लैट और 50 में से जो 30 बिका, उसको एक इसमें डाल के एक ट्राई करिए.
हाँ, नहीं मालूम, वही कर रहे हैं क्योंकि बिल्डर वो 100 को देगा तो कोई देने वाला भी नहीं. ओके,
ये लाइव केस है, मेरे सामने आया है पिछले 15 दिन से.
अच्छा, लास्ट क्वेश्चन. हाँ, इसके बाद फर्दर नो क्वेश्चन.
ये प्रोजेक्ट चालू हुआ था 15 या 16 में.
यस सर.
उसका कंप्लीशन डेट था 2019. ये प्रोजेक्ट आज भी कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है. फिर उस बंदे ने क्या किया, 2020 में एक्सटेंशन के लिए अप्लाई किया 1 साल. ऑलरेडी 1 साल हो गया है एक्सपायरी को, आगे 1 साल के लिए डाला है. अभी क्या हुआ है कि जो एक्सटेंशन के लिए डाला था 2021 में, 2020 का जो डेट एक्सटेंड हुआ है, उसमें क्यूरीज आई थी बहुत सारी. तो वो पर्टिकुलर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट से वो सॉल्व नहीं हुई. बिल्डर ने भी बोला छोड़ दो, अपना प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हो गया है, उसी विषय आ गया, देखेंगे आगे. अभी क्या हुआ है कि उसको लेटेस्ट डीसीपीआर के हिसाब से उसको एफएसआई एक्स्ट्रा मिला. तो वो पहले 4th फ्लोर थे, तो अभी 7 फ्लोर हो गए. अभी इसको शुरू कहाँ से करें? पहले तो 2019 में कंप्लीशन डेट था, फॉर्म बी में डाला हुआ, वो कंप्लीशन नहीं हुआ। 2020 में इन्होंने एक्सटेंशन के लिए डाला, एक्सटेंशन में बहुत सारी क्यूरीज थी, उन्होंने भी छोड़ दिया, सीए ने भी छोड़ दिया। अभी वो आ रहे हैं कि बोल रहे हैं 2022 में हमको एक्स्ट्रा एफएसआई मिला है, हमने 4 के 7 कर दिए, हमको ये प्रोजेक्ट का रजिस्ट्रेशन वापस से चालू करके।
एप्लीकेशन में देखो आप 7.3 में अप्लाई कर पा रहे हो क्या?
लेकिन अभी एक्सटेंशन पहले करना है या फिर चेंज पहले करना है?
सेक्शन 6 बाकी है उनका 1 ईयर का।
लेकिन 1 ईयर का भी सर ऑलरेडी 2-3
नहीं, इनका कहना है कि 2 साल 3 साल बीत गए, लेकिन आज अप्लाई करेंगे तो आज के बाद का 1 साल एप्लीकेबल माना जाएगा या पीछे से?
तो वो पूरे 3 साल तो हो गए।
अगर ये एप्लीकेशन इफ यू कैन कन्वर्ट इनटू 7.3 में आप एक बार लॉगिन करके देखो, आप वहां पे डेट चेंज कर पा रहे हो क्या? 7.3 टिक करके when you log in
एक्सटेंशन में
7.3 आप टिक करके वहां पे जो बराबर है वो टिक करके आप अभी आगे जो उसको चाहिए 2 साल तक का, समझो 31 दिसंबर 2024 तक का, तो वो आप डेट डाल के आप रीसबमिट कर पा रहे हो क्या वो देखो। वो अगर आप कर पा रहे हो तो गेट अ कंसेंट फ्रॉम दी करंट पीपल एंड अप्लाई।
वो 7.3 में डाल देना,
दैट इज द ओनली ऑप्शन यू हैव टू।
अच्छा, और एक सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इसी में ऐसे ही, बाय द वे, कैन ही अप्लाई फॉर द additional RERA registration number for the upper floors which is not part of it?
हाँ, वही हो जाएगा।
हाँ?
नहीं होगा।
नहीं क्या?
He said like that you have to
because in that same project if you are getting additional FSI DC rule रहेगा तो भी you have to have the permission।
अच्छा, permission
from the current।
उन्होंने जब भी ओरिजिनल FAQs आया था उसमें क्लियर कर दिया था कि you have to obtain the permission। क्लियरली था कि whenever DCR
जब से शुरू में आया था,
शुरू में जब ये आया था तभी DCR 2034 आएगा और उसमें एडिशनल FSI आएगा।
अच्छा,
तो परमिशन लेना है क्या, तो उसमें क्लियरली यस लिखा था।
7.3 में डालना पड़ेगा।
परमिशन मतलब 51% ना सर, 51% फ्रॉम अलाउड।
7.3 and 14.2 भी करना है,
वो भी दोनों का दोनों करना पड़ेगा।
करेक्शन के लिए 2/3 है और उसके लिए 51%।
मतलब करेक्शन मतलब इन द सेंस अभी FSI वाला है, देन 2/3 और 51%।
2/3।
चलो सर, लेट अस कंप्लीट। हाँ, यस आदित्य जी।
सर वन लाइन, सर वन मोर थिंग सर, एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन, सॉरी सर। सर सुनो ना, अभी अरे सर अभी क्या हो गया कि अभी प्रोजेक्ट में किसी ने रजिस्टर करके छोड़ दिया, बराबर, तभी 5 करोड़ रुपया कॉस्ट दिखाया है, अभी कॉस्ट 11 करोड़ हो गया है और सब अपडेट करना है, तो वी नीड
चेंज में जाओ ना, चेंज करके एस्टिमेट चेंज
नहीं तो वी नीड दैट 51% और 2/3 जो भी ये चेंज करना है 51%।
नो
उसके लिए नहीं,
उसमें कोई जरूरत नहीं ना।
नो,
एस्टिमेटेड चेंज करने के लिए वी डोंट नीड एनीथिंग।
नो
यस सर, इफ यू आर चेंजिंग द कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट तो आपको फॉर्म 2 देना है इंजीनियर का। इफ द चेंज इज अदर देन एनीथिंग, कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट से सिवा और कुछ है, सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन दे दो, हो जाएगा आपका।
अपडेशन इज पॉसिबल, होता है
चेंज एप्लीकेशन।
ओके,
देखते हो
कॉल कर लो तो वो व्हाट्सएप देखते नहीं देखते।
नहीं, स्टिल इन अ मीटिंग।
अच्छा, स्टिल तो कंप्लीट करो, कोई इशू नहीं। हाँ, बिकॉज ही इज इन लार्जर पोजीशन, तो
कॉल किया था मैंने।
लेट अस कंटिन्यू।
So probably this is the last meeting for this financial year, and I thank everyone. Vinayak sir also came to this meeting. Sampath sir is also very active. He keeps on asking when is the meeting and all to me personally. So mostly those who are interested in this field, they try to keep themselves updated. Like Minesh ji, he is also very active and he has a lot of questions. मतलब बहुत projects हैं इनके पास।
सर थोड़ा मेहनत कर रहा हूँ ऐसा कुछ।
So it's good, really good that we are discussing on a healthy, there is a healthier discussion, and कुछ पॉइंट्स जैसे इंटरेस्टिंग है, जैसे ललित सर ने अभी जो क्वेश्चंस पूछे या दिलीप सर ने, तो ये जो क्वेश्चंस है आपके पास, जो प्रोजेक्ट है, दिस इज योर एक्सपीरियंस विच यू आर गेटिंग एंड विच यू आर शेयरिंग विद अदर्स. So whenever we are having certain such similar situations, then we don't have to run here and there because we already have discussed this, and this is the benefit of this meeting, that we get to know in advance for a situation which someone has already faced. So that is the only agenda for these RERA study group meetings, कि हम लोग पहले से prepare हो कि जो भी चीज आने वाला है तो उसके लिए हाँ ये situation में हमारा ये consensus हुआ है कि इस सिचुएशन में ऐसे डील करेंगे. तो ये जो हमारा बेनिफिट है, ये रेरा स्टडी ग्रुप मीटिंग्स ने पूरे साल में अपने को ये जो दिया, दैट इज रियली फॉर मी ऑल्सो पर्सनली. I have been mentored under the Dilip sir also and Sumit ex convener, so that मुझे भी बहुत सारा सीखने को मिला, and it was really a great year for all of us, and hope for such a wonderful year ahead also for RERA study group, and hopefully we will don't have any negative repercussions on our professions in RERA. That is the only wish which I have, because this is the profession where we have been given a utmost responsibility in RERA field, and everywhere I have heard from ex-chairman Gautam Chatterjee ji, current chairman Ajay Mehta ji, that they are always saying that CA, we provide all the importance to chartered accountants, we rely on their certificate. So that we have to maintain. That's the only wish I have. Thank you. Over to Dilip sir.
Sir, first of all, I acknowledge your contribution as a convener, as a chartered accountant, as a RERA expert, as a person who is a luminary in this area. Everyone, you are accepted, and still you could provide 100%. No meeting you missed so far. Today he was at Virar, and just to give this space as a convener, he came to this place. This is the kind of high commitment for the RERA study group. And I request every one of you to please give him a round loud of applause.
Thank you.
And we can remember him. His tenure was really tough, impacted due to COVID. Mind was little bit here and there. He could manage, balanced everything. And now challenge is for me, challenge for all of us, to take it to the very high level, because it is on us how we see the opportunity. 19,000 so-called notices means if we have learned so many things, then we can apply all those in our practice and generate money. And we can enrich ourselves in knowledge as well as money, and we can have the good quality of life. And we can spread this to other professional chartered accountants such that this area is growing and our quality of work is appreciated by authorities. If 1 or 2% will not be up to the mark, they will not say anything. If our 90% standard will be below, then obviously they will take some disciplinary action on us. It will impact on those quality people also, because we ultimately human beings. Our work is being done by our article clerk or staff or somebody, and we have to trust them. And at times we have to keep our client. Simply we cannot be so strong and so harsh with them. Ki, nahi, hum to itna ye nahi hai, to you go somewhere else. No, it is, we have to maintain that. Keeping all those things, having all challenges, Vinay ji always enlighten us with various other districts and states, Maharera, Gujarera, Karnataka RERA, Haryana RERA, like anything. He is always available for other places, and we are privileged. Vinay ji, you must be member and be in the core team with us. And
sure, sir.
Yes. Acha, Vinay ji, professor. Acha, Ramesh Prabhu sir bhi hai kya? Wow. Sir, we would like to listen from you, sir. हमारे गुरुदेव है भाई, हमको प्रकट हो जाइए. Prabhu sir, we would like to listen something, because
I have been listening to, Aditya as well as to you. You carry on. I will definitely discuss after 5-10 minutes. Let me reach home.
Our session is completed. It was up to 8 o'clock. तो हम चाहते हैं कि 2 शब्द आप हमारे आदित्य जी आज.
It started at 8 o'clock, na?
Sir, suddenly.
6 to 8, sir. 6 to 8.
Acha, 6 to 8 tha?
Yes,
I saw 8 o'clock. Acha. So now you are the convener?
In your space.
Acha. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you for doing such a wonderful. Yeah, congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Dilip, for taking the lead now. And of course, Aditya has done a wonders. Now we are also working on the next book that will be there now. RERA, MARERA practice manual. So
Wow.
Aditya need to contribute a lot. Sumit is there. Sumit. So
Yes, sir.
thank you. I just thought it is 8 onwards.
Oh.
So anyhow, you are doing wonders. Wish you all the best. And I will be the member in the next study group. Don't worry. Vinay,
Wow.
Vinay Tagraj.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Yeah, I saw you. So
Yes, sir.
you can also join study group. Now virtual meetings are happening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
After you saying, I cannot say no, sir.
so you be a part of it. So now,
Yes, sir.
now we are working on the second edition of MARERA practice manual. Okay.
Good, sir. Good, good.
Yeah, all the
Extraordinary,
team
sir.
people are there.
Yes.
Expect some opportunity for me also to contribute
Yeah,
whatever I know.
100%, 100%.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you very much.
I came to know that you had a wonderful session at Mumbai. I missed it.
For the December session.
Yeah, December session. I was not here.
Last quarter. Yeah,
I
you were
was
there
in
in US, sir.
Correct. I was in US.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it was a good, I think, good participants were there. So your support will be required.
Always, sir.
So Dilip, I think a study group is doing well. Under your leadership, now we need to increase the membership. And
Yes,
at least let us have 100 members for the study group.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and you can
100%
keep,
agree.
you can keep good topics, and circulars are coming. A lot of judgments are getting released, controversial judgments. So we can definitely deliberate on those things. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
So, Sumit, thank you very much for inviting me. So I hope. Okay, wish you all the best. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
With this, we conclude this today's study group meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.